It's not recording. We can stop.
Finland, can you hear us? You can start the meeting.
Yeah. Yes, I can hear. Can you hear me?
Good morning, Finland. Morning.
Okay, thank you. Today's June 4th, 2026, 10:45 a.m. I now call this meeting to be in order.
Thank you. I will call the roll if all members can respond with here. Cooper,
Here.
O'Day,
Here.
Stingo,
Here.
and Lou.
Here.
All of our commission members are present, and we have established a forum. Thank you.
Thank you.
You see it, Laura, and
I don't have anything to report at this moment, but I really congratulations to O'Day and Stengel for next term. I really appreciate O'Day's help. Whenever I'm in trouble, she always helps me out. I'm sure I think she's the best chair. I don't have any other thing to report. So staff report.
Finland, do you want to call for public comment first?
Oh, okay. And do we have any public wants to attend these, or do we have any public?
Okay. For those who are participating by Zoom video, you should have a function for virtually raising your hand. It is a hand icon and should appear at the bottom center of your screen. If you wish to address the committee, please click on the hand icon now, and the State Board staff will call on you in the order that hands are raised. For those who are participating by phone, you may virtually raise your hand by pressing *9. That is the star key, then number 9. We will allow 2 minutes for each speaker. Then on screen will begin as soon as you start your comment, and you will be verbally alerted once you have 30 seconds remaining. We have one attendee and wants to speak. Let me get the client ready.
Okay, that's great. So
Second.
So this person,
Go ahead and call on them.
yeah, please.
Okay, Mr. Kai, you're now allowed to speak. Your time starts now.
Good morning. My name is Kai On. Political power controls State Bar of California, Chief Justice, and Attorney General not to investigate Sacramento DA office and SPD make up a story that fake killer Mr. Jung So Fong hit and run kill my father Woon Kong On. DA case number 99F08735. I went to governor's office in Sacramento, but governor's office doesn't take any action. How a state government allow political power to control the government, law enforcement, and justice system to commit obstruction of justice activity. Therefore, it leads all members of State Bar, Board of Trustees, and all other committee members to speak out and notify California Senate and Assembly to look into the issue. Someone is trying to control State Bar to commit obstruction of justice. Political power also can control any committee activity to commit obstruction of justice. Thank you.
Thank you. That's our only.
all we have.
Okay.
Fenling, did you have anything else for your chair's report?
No, I think do we have motion to approve the public open section.
I move
Sorry.
to approve.
Yeah, do I have a motion to approve the open minutes from March 5th, 2026?
I move to approve.
Second. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
That was sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Okay, we'll take the vote to approve the open session minutes. Cooper,
Yes.
O'Day,
Yes.
Stingle,
Yes.
and Lou.
Yes.
Okay, the motion carries to approve the open session minutes from March 5, 2026.
Thank you.
You know, it's Laura and
They have not.
you're not joined. Okay,
Not joined yet.
all right. So we'll move on to the staff report. Welcome, everyone, and thank you for being here today. We have an honorary member of the team with us today, Matt Zawal, who's been working with CSF for the past few months and will continue to be doing so for another couple of months. And he'll be presenting during our closed session today. I'm going to just touch on rule revisions. As I've noted in some past meetings, CSF has been working on the State Bar with the State Bar's Office of General Counsel to make some clarifying improvements to our rules. The revisions are now scheduled to go before the Board of Trustees at its July meeting, and it's anticipated that the rules will go out for a 45-day public comment at that time. We will be sharing the revisions with this commission when it goes out for public comment and for your review, and we'll ask for any input at the September meeting. It is commission appointment season at the State Bar. The window to apply to various commissions closed on March 31st, and interviews were conducted. The Board of Trustees liaisons have received recommendations and will be requesting interviews. Following the July 16th, 17th Board of Trustees meeting, letters will go out regarding appointments. And as a reminder, our last meeting with the present commission will be September 3rd, and the newly appointed commission will have its first meeting at the end of the year on December 3rd. Just a quick snapshot of where we are this year. As of June 2nd, CSF has resolved 244 cases and paid over $1 million. And that's either been paid or is in process currently. We have a total of 637 cases at this time, with 296 awaiting discipline. And that concludes the staff report.
Thank you. So we are now going to the closed portion of our agenda. Pursuant to Government Code 111-266.
And then forgive me for interrupting you. According to the agenda, we have one more matter in open session.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's
No
okay.
problem.
Doesn't always happen. Deanna is going to take the floor again to discuss and share the review and approval of the 2026 work plan.
Okay, so as noted in our last meeting, to ensure alignment and consistency across all state board sub-entities and for the Board of Trustees oversight, all sub-entities are now required to submit and develop and submit an annual work plan detailing their functions. We distributed the work plan to all of you commission members for your review. Does anyone wish to discuss any aspect of it or have any requested edits? Or we're going to put it up on the screen if you'd like to.
No worries. Yeah, I think I kind of went line by line. So.
Okay.
And then obviously if anyone else has any comments or questions, like, so I actually all the way at the beginning, yeah. So I had a question about the interest rate recommendations. So I think that one of them says that we make recommendations on interest rate. Yeah, in the bold, the second bold, towards the end, it makes the CSF Commission also makes recommendations to the Board of Trustees on the interest rate assessed on reimbursement. and we don't assess interest rates.
I believe, Lee, correct me if I'm wrong, that there was a change in the assessment that happened in 2024 and that was discussed with the commission.
Yes.
So it has happened in the past, and it could happen again. So that's why it's listed here.
And then, there was something about timely. Sorry. Okay, the issuing parties who timely object. Sometimes we do waivers for time, don't we? So do we mention that at all? So it's the second.
Ensuring that parties who timely object.
Or what I mean, that I think sometimes we have waivers on the timeliness.
Yeah, we could make that change. If the other commission members, do you agree with that change? We can go ahead and make that today. Does anyone have any additional comments on that?
Not from me. So that's
Yeah, please.
Okay, yeah, are you saying that it should say timely, or waived on, or?
Yeah, I don't know exactly the wording of it. But yeah, I think somewhere we have to acknowledge, maybe even an asterisk and a footnote, right? Like, I don't know, but I think we don't want to make it sound like we never grant waivers for timeliness when we do. So,
One of the things that, and I used to always like protect the fund,
yeah,
I was thinking that, it's possible that if we put, information about the waiver, everybody's gonna want a waiver. And we only do it in certain cases.
yeah.
If there's good cause, that sort of thing, so. We could consider that a timely objection includes waiver, if that makes sense. I would just be concerned that everyone will ask for
For a waiver.
The 3 months late, and it's like, well, your materials say we can waive. Just a thought.
So you're saying that we should not address that? I'm sorry, I was
Yeah, that's his.
attending to another.
Yeah, because timeliness, to me, it would include the waiver, just in
Okay.
that whole, that we're trying to get across that, you can't wait forever. That thing. So it's got to be timely. And, if we waive for good cause, that implicitly is timely. I don't know if that makes sense.
All right, so in the going back to Melanie, your first comment, the CSS.
Yeah.
So Lee pointed out that it should actually say assessed on repayment, the last word, not reimbursement.
Okay.
Yep. So Gina, can you make that change?
Yes.
And did you have any other?
Yes. And then on the next page under strategies effectiveness, we talk about focus resources on cases posing the most significant risks of harm and reduce the backlog. So the significant risks of harm, should we include like to whom the harm is impacting? Is it the public? Is it clients? Is it harm to the bar? Like, yeah, I wasn't sure what risks of harm we were thinking about. Okay.
So it seems the obvious thing to insert there to clarify would be to the public.
Okay.
But if anyone has any other thoughts on that.
I'm sorry, Melanie.
It's under effectiveness. So goal 1, vision, strategies, effectiveness. So I think that's
Are we
page
going
2.
up? They're right there.
Right there. Yeah. effectiveness. And then it's
Can
the
I-
first bullet.
I'm sorry, can I interject here? I think this section was approved by our Board of Trustees, if I recall correctly. So I'm not sure this section is necessarily one that should be edited in this. And I don't know. Sorry, I'm Erica Doherty. I've been in these meetings many times before, but I should have said that before starting this.
So then we would just want to go straight to the chart.
Yes.
So the first aspect is the issue final decisions of CSF applications following party objections, and the timeline is quarterly. Don't we currently do that every other month, right? So our meeting schedule is every other month, not quarterly. So I wasn't sure if that was a slower timeline than what we're currently.
Well, it's referring to the meeting schedule.
We don't meet quarterly. We meet 5 times a year, right?
4 times a year.
We meet 4 times. Okay. We meet 5 times a year.
Yeah, it changed in 2024.
And then we're committing to quarterly review of policies and procedures. How often do we currently review policies and procedures?
I guess as needed when they're brought to your attention during commission meetings.
So now we're just saying that at every meeting, we're going to review policies and procedures
As needed.
needed. Okay. Yep, that's all I had on this aspect of it.
Okay. We're doing things a little bit out of order, but why don't we take a vote on the work plan, and then I'll go back to introducing Laura and Erica.
Wonderful. Is there a motion to approve the 2026 Line Security Final Work Plan
As amended.
as amended?
Move to approve.
I'm sorry, there was a motion?
Yes, move to approve.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second. This is Monica.
Thank you, Monica. And now to vote. Cooper,
Yes.
O'Day,
Yes.
Singles,
Yes.
and Lou.
Yes,
Thank you. The motion carries.
thank you.
Okay, before we move on with our meeting, I wanted to introduce Laura Enderton Speed, our executive director, who has joined us, and Erica Doherty, our deputy executive director. And I believe that Laura wanted to say a few words.
Hi, thank you, Dion. Apologize for being late. Had another meeting that ran over, but as Dion said, I'm Laura Enderton Speed, Executive Director of the State Bar. Happy to be joining you virtually today, and I know the work of the CSF Commission is of vital importance to our public protection mission. So I thank you for all your time and work here, and I know we can get back to the agenda because you have a lot on there.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're ready to move into closed session?
We are.
Okay.
Okay, so we are now going to the closed portion of our agenda. Pursuant to Government Code 111-2663 and the Client Security Fund Rule 3.461A, we are going to close section to review the legal calendar. Thank you.
Open session can now adjourn.
Recording.
June 4th, right now is 11:33 a.m. I now call the meeting to the order.
Is there
So
anything
is-
to report from the closed session?
There's nothing to report from me right now. So anybody has any questions, anything to report? Otherwise, the meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
you all.
you.
Have you